February 1st, 2013, from the stylish high-tech underground studios of Ribbit Media in Warwick, Rhode Island, this is NewsUndies. For February 1st, 2013, this is NewsUndies, all the news that shouldn't be news. I'm Paul Torville with these headlines. A new bill before the Arizona legislature, if passed, would mean that you can't graduate high school if you're an atheist. Sweet. Technically, it requires graduation candidates to take an oath which explicitly ends in "so help me God," which leaves an atheist with the options of insincerely taking an oath or not taking an oath and not graduating. Clowns serving Christ? Oh, it's real. It's real. Christian brothers and sisters moonlighting as clowns, goading terminally ill children into believing they're sinners. It warms the heart. Gatorade stops using flame retardant in its drinks. Did anyone ever hear the announcement that they were starting to put flame retardant in there? Since they've raised the topic, are they also putting in pink slime? Because I don't remember them mentioning that either. Iranian monkey visits space, reports it does not see Allah up there anywhere. Thank you, Newegg, for defeating the evil patent troll. Oh, to be a student in Texas. The Texas State Board of Education is really starting to pick up speed on the slippery slope. Not just creation in public schools, end times too. Yeesh. Barbara Walters, 83, has chickenpox. Probably some super strong version. Best to stay away. Far away. Leadership of the Boy Scouts of America potentially discussing ending its decades-old anti-gay policy. Swell! Perhaps we can also potentially discuss revoking the BSA's congressional charter and federal support for its overtly willful and agonizingly protracted violation of the 14th Amendment rights of gay and atheist boys, to say nothing of girls. There's another question for the BSA's Mormon, Methodist, and Catholic overlords. Why can't a girl be a Boy Scout? 25% of Americans believe God influences sporting events, i.e., are raving loons. I am long past worrying about the future of this country. I've arrived at the popcorn and beer, can't take my eyes off the train wreck in progress stage. While we're at it, 50% of Americans do not agree with the statement, quote, "the earth goes around the sun and takes a year to do it," end quote. Hope for America is something which, sadly, I can only hope for. And finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? Research in Motion, maker of the once ubiquitous mobile device also ran the BlackBerry, seeks to hold on to the prestigious number 3 spot in the smartphone market behind Apple's iPhone platform. Number 4 is what? Microsoft? It hopes to do this with an innovative device which looks and works almost exactly like an Android or iPhone device. And speaking of once ubiquitous 4th place also-rans, Microsoft reports its new Windows 8 operating system is performing poorly in the marketplace because OEMs didn't make enough of the machines that no one wanted. That is, customers tell sales staff, "No, I don't want a touchscreen on my laptop, and I'm not going to pay that much for an extra feature I didn't want in the first place," end quote. And speaking of why it sucks, veteran computer researcher and usability expert Raluca Badiou calls Windows 8 a, quote, "cognitive burden." Does anything more need to be said? No. Well, that's all for this edition of NewsUndies. If you see news that shouldn't be news, you can submit your story tips online at newsundies.com. NewsUndies is a weekly show. We'll be back on Friday, February 8th with fresh undies. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, ignore us on MySpace, tell your friends, and buy NewsUndies Kitsch. Thanks for watching. Until next time, for all of us here at NewsUndies, I'm Paul Torville. After that, I might be haggling for 2 flat ones, one with points, and a packet of gravel. February 1st.